Hi, Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I'm coming to you from my home office outside of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Let me ask you a question. How do you handle disappointments? Well, on this episode, The Doctor's In, I'm going to share with you a way that will help you handle your appointments so that you can move ahead in not only your business, but your personal life as well. So stay tuned. Today I'm going to share with you a simple 5-step pattern that I learned from some of the most successful people in both my personal and professional life that taught me how to handle disappointments that occur. I want you to understand one big thing is that people are going to let you down, and it doesn't matter if they're friends, family, work colleagues, leads, business associates. We all do this, and we also let people down ourselves. And it's part of a human condition. It's a fancy term called concupiscence, or the tendency to do wrong. And 9 times out of 10, disappointments occur unintentionally. You know, we have those moments where, for example, you're in your business and a company event's coming up. You're about to hit a major leadership rank advancement, and then all of a sudden, that lead that was going to sign up didn't sign up, or they dropped out of their auto ship. Or maybe on the personal side, you had a good friend who you ran into from high school and you got together and talked, and that good friend wanted to get together for a happy hour, and you go and you follow up with them, and all of a sudden you hear crickets on the other end. It can be very disappointing, and it can really suck, to be honest with you. I used to be the Duchess of Disappointment, where I would sit and brood over these disappointments, beat myself up for months on end. And I realized that this wasn't serving my people and it wasn't serving me. So for the last year, I began to study, how can I discipline my disappointments? And that's when I found out from the most successful people how they handled theirs. And they do it in a 5-step pattern. First step is that you have to acknowledge the disappointment. You have to state how you feel. Don't bury it. Be honest. Now, don't do it in front of that person, but just sit and, maybe you're in a room and you maybe say to your dog or your cat, say, you know what, this really sucks that this fell through. I feel this way. I feel bummed out. I feel frustrated that this happened. Get it out in the open. The second thing you need to do is now you have to play the understanding game. And you have to take yourself out of the equation and look at this now from that person's point of view. What is going on in their life right now that they couldn't commit to doing this? There might be something going on with their family. There might be a crisis going on at work. Or maybe they have a big goal that they're working on and they're focusing on that right now than on what you want them to do. Okay, you have to understand we're not the center of everyone's universe. And when you do that, that's going to free yourself. You get yourself out of your own way. You stop putting the emphasis on yourself and you start thinking with empathy and compassion. Step number 3 is you look for the good in the situation. This is the asset to your benefit. How many times has this happened to you in your past where you had a very disappointing thing happen in your life, and then a couple of months or maybe a year down the road, something amazing happened to you, and that amazing thing would not have happened if that disappointment didn't occur? You see, everything happens for good. And if something is meant to be, it will occur at the right time, in the right moment, in the right circumstances. Step number 4 is you want to give gratitude for this disappointment. Be thankful for it. And say a prayer to let it go. And what I started to do is I will say a prayer, especially when I start feeling really disappointed. I'll say, God, you are the author of good. You allowed this to happen in my life because a greater blessing is coming down the road for me. And I know you will reveal that good to me at some point when my heart is ready. But I'm going to give you this disappointment today so that you can turn it into something beautiful. Amen. And when I say that prayer, I feel an immediate release and I feel a sense of peace. But then here's the last step, and that is be present for the other person. So in a couple of weeks, you may want to follow up with them with an email, a text message, or even a phone call, and just say, hey, I've been thinking about you, and I just wanted to take a moment to say how grateful I am for our friendship. I'm so glad that I have met you. And if there's anything going on in your life right now that you need a friend, I'm here for you. That shows genuine compassion and authenticity. And what this starts to do is that you're disciplining your disappointments. Instead of holding on to it for a month, it's going to now go down to maybe 2 weeks, then down to 2 days, then to 2 hours, and then to 2 minutes. When you discipline your disappointments, now you've got your power back. You're still going to have a lot of empathy and compassion toward others, and you're going to build a loyal following of people. Great friends who at some point may join you in business or be a customer. But either way, you have made a positive impact on that person's life. Did you find that video helpful? Leave a comment and share. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter at workwithdrlisathompson.com. Fill in the best information you see on your screen. I'm still sending updates to your email box on how you can start building a buyer's audience on social media. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of The Doctor Is In, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.